Good evening, Vicksburg. We'll call to order tonight's General Council regular session, Monday, December 5th, 2022. We'll say the Pledge of Allegiance, please, if you'd all join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just take a moment of silence. Mr. Wines, if you'd take roll call, please.
Trustee Fields. Here. Trustee Holmes.
Here.
Trustee Olson.
Here.
Trustee Wagner.
Here.
President Pro Tem Keller.
Here.
President Frisbee.
Here. We have a full staff tonight. Thank you. We have an agenda in front of us. Jim, were there any changes or last-minute additions? No. Anything the council wants to see on the agenda? All is good. I'd entertain a motion this agenda into the minutes.
President Frisbee, so moved. Support.
Motion made by trustee Holmes, support by trustee Wagner. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? We have an agenda. So, I do have, I think I'll, and I should have changed this, but without objection, I want to enter in some notes from John Gisler. John is asking us, it was from a Kalamazoo County Commission perspective, it's been proposed that they increase the pay of the road commission board members. The last time they asked for a raise was in 1992. All road commissioners make approximately $10,000 a year, with the chair and vice chair slightly above, others making a little less. Altogether, the road commissions are paid $50,000 a year, so the total amount increased pay will be a little more than 10% at $5,600 a year. He's stating the roads are in better shape than the vast majority of Michigan's 83 counties, and the added dollars for the proposed pay increase will come from the Michigan gasoline tax and not directly from county taxpayers. So he plans to vote to approve the pay increase. In 2023, he plans to pursue changing the speed limits in the way they're set in the House, the state. Michigan troopers are involved in doing the speed studies, and the process typically takes more than a year. And in his opinion, it should take no longer than that, and is not a productive use of the state troopers' time. And he would like to propose to our state legislator that the responsibility for setting speed limits be moved to the villages, cities, townships, or at least county road commissions. So he suspects this effort will take several months or longer, and he'll keep us posted, and he gives his best regards to the board and other meeting attendees. So thank you for entertaining that, council. At this point in time, our scheduled appearances, I'd like to entertain a motion that we go into closed session to consult with our village attorneys regarding trial or settlement strategy in connection with pending litigation pertaining to the destruction of trees on village property.
Trustee Wagner, I will make the motion that we go into closed session pursuant to MCL 15.268E and H to consult with village council regarding trial or settlement strategy in connection with the pending litigation pertaining to the destruction of trees on village property.
Do we have support?
Support, Holmes.
Motion made by trustee Wagner, support by trustee Holmes. We'll do a roll call vote, please, Mr. Wines.
Trustee Olson.
Yes.
Trustee Holmes.
Yes.
Trustee Fields.
Yes.
Trustee Wagner.
Yes.
President Pro Tem Keller.
Yes.
President Frisbee.
Yes, I move that we move into closed session. Thank you. Thank you all for your patience. So we went into closed session and entertained a motion to come out of closed session, and we'll do, just entertain a motion for that, if you would.
Trustee Wagner will make the motion that we return, or close the closed session and return to open session.
Trustee Fields, a second.
Motion made by trustee Wagner, second by trustee Fields. Since we made a roll call vote to go in, we'll make a roll call vote to come out. If you would, please, Christian.
Trustee Holmes,
Yes.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
President Pro Tem Keller,
Yes.
Trustee Fields,
Yes.
Trustee Olson,
Yes.
President Frisbee.
Yes. Now we need to reopen the public session. We entertain a motion to go back into public session.
So moved. Holmes, I second.
Motion made by trustee Keller and seconded by trustee Holmes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, we are back in public session. So we have in action item in front of us tonight. Where we discussed litigation pertaining to the destruction of trees on village property. To entertain a motion to move into that.
President Frisbee, I move to approve a settlement of the pending litigation by accepting the defendant's payment to the village in the amount of $30,000 in exchange for a full release of the claims against the defendants named in the lawsuit, and to authorize the president or the village manager to sign all documents necessary to finalize the settlement.
Do we have a second?
Trustee Wagner, I support.
Motion made by President Pro Tem Keller, seconded by trustee Wagner. We'll do a roll call, please, Christian.
Trustee Olson,
Yes.
Trustee Holmes,
Yes.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
President Pro Tem Keller,
Yes.
Trustee Fields,
Yes.
President Frisbee.
Yes. I thank the council for that action. Is there any further questions of the village attorneys the council has? No? No, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so that takes us to citizens' comments for agenda items only. If there's any comments that citizens would like to make, now's the time to do that. I see none in the audience. Do we have anybody raising their hands online? So we have a general consent agenda in front of us. We have the regular minutes of the council meeting November 21, 2022. Warrant reports in a total of $106,634.01. We have no event requests and no correspondence. So, is there any corrections or additions or comments to the agenda? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by President Pro Tem Keller and seconded by trustee Fields. We'll do a roll call, please, Christian.
Trustee Holmes,
Yes.
Trustee Wagner,
Yes.
Trustee Fields,
Yes.
Trustee Olson,
Yes.
President Pro Tem Keller,
Yes.
President Frisbee.
Yes. We have no action items in front of us tonight. We'll move on to village manager report.
Yes, couple items, for, obviously, Saturday is Christmas in the village, with, stations, vendors and craft shows will start at noon, and then a lot of family activities start at 3 p.m. Downtown. That is a couple tents with visitors from the North Pole. We'll have a couple musicians going throughout downtown. We also, one of the tents, will have an 80-inch big screen TV playing, I would call it like underage, all appropriate Christmas movies with heaters inside the tent to make it a family event, as well as facility is closed. There will be, light refreshments and that through McKenna and Associates. They're bringing that, but they'll facilitate, beginning at 6 o'clock. And we encourage, citizens wanting to have input on the master plan, which covers the next 5 years of the village, to certainly attend and, participate through that process. Some people might have noticed on Kalamazoo Avenue, was so approved, but where the bricks on the sidewalk were and were beginning to, be uneven, those bricks were taken out today. It will be prepped and, made a cement sidewalk, in that area, and it should be complete and walkable by Saturday for Christmas in the village, so it's nice that they can get that in here. And the fence at the DPW building, hope they will, begin will be installed by the conclusion of next week.
Short and sweet.
Any more on the Washington lift station, Washington Street lift station?
We are told that the contractor on that is still waiting for certain parts, or some component, to finish that up. I was told as of a week and a half ago that it would be complete before the end of the year. So, I guess on the other note, I'll conclude is tomorrow we'll formally accept an award from the Michigan Engineering Group reference to downtown project. So, being pending. We're gonna have a resolution.
Thank you, Jim. Committee reports, our tree lady is out tonight. And by the way, Christian, I didn't make note of it officially, but trustee Reister was excused earlier. Parks and Rec, was there a updated meeting at all, Wendy, Ms. Fields?
Yes, we had a meeting last week. We got our 2 newest Park and Rec members on the board and actually kind of settled into, elected a secretary and all of that. And we don't have another meeting now until February, so we're all off just thinking about what ideas we'd like to contribute to the master plan.
Thanks. Yeah, it's hot and heavy right now, the master plan is. So I encourage anybody to attend next week's Creekside meeting to put their desires in front of this council. And the CATS meeting was canceled this month, and they made it into one meeting early December, kind of it's like a meet and greet meeting, so, yeah, it didn't break my heart. Excuse me. Planning Commission meeting also was not scheduled.
Correct, it was canceled, and
Yeah, that's what I
we have
thought.
the planning commission meeting next Monday. The planning commission will be going through the master plan exercise with McKenna, giving a presentation, taking that forward through that exercise.
And South County Sewer, I did not go to that meeting. I had some customers come in from Alberta, Canada, so I thought it was best that I stay with them for the day, so I didn't see it. I do have an update, and I'll give an update at the next meeting. They did cancel December's, and they'll pick up in the next meeting in January also. Was there an update on fire?
The only update, our meeting, I just was checking my calendar real quick, so people that saw me on TV look at my phone, I wasn't checking sports scores or anything, but we, just so everybody knows, our next board meeting is the 21st, and our council meeting is scheduled the 19th, I believe. And I know that last meeting, I had sent a copy of their proposed budget, so we're gonna need to dive into that. They'd like some type of answer respectfully from all the entities by the 21st, so I'd like to be at least prepped to tell them what we're doing.
21st of December?
That's when our next fire board meeting is, so,
It'll be, it's on this council's agenda on the 19th.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is a time for citizen comments on non-agenda items. If there's anything that any citizen would like to discuss, now is the time to do it. If you would, please. Maybe-
I was just following up on the bench, for the memorial bench for the trail, and wondered if you had come to a decision on your thoughts on being able to donate a bench and make it to his name, for Harrison.
Jamie, I will take this opportunity to reply to that. We have not come up with it. We are working on a policy now. There has been other requests, so staff is working on a policy to be consistent across the board with that. So if you just give us another month, and we'll have an answer on that. All right? Thank you, Mrs. Krieg. Anyone else? Is there anyone online that moves us time to village trustees time? And I'll start with trustee Fields.
I don't really have anything this evening.
All right. Trustee Holmes?
Looking forward this Saturday to seeing everyone down at Christmas in the village. It's incredible to see how we continue to grow every year and the different programs we have, and I commend staff for continuing to put best effort into that. Thanks to DPW, also, the village looks great, lights are up. Candy Cane Lane never looked better, puts Bronson Park's Candy Cane Lane to shame. Then also Christmas Card Lane, went through that last night with a cup of cocoa, and again, Jim, nice, that was a nice job, looks really good.
Trustee Olson?
We discussed tonight, I hate to say vandalism, but destruction of village property, and that concerns me, like it should everybody. But I think what concerns me more is what's happened down south with the power grids down there. And I didn't like it very much when on the national news tonight, they said, oh yeah, you take out 24 power grids across the United States, you can cripple the whole country. That's a scary thought. That's a die-hard scenario, and we've had it recently here in Kalamazoo and that too. And I think we ought to be blessed to live in our community and have people that are concerned about it and will stand up and fight if something happens here, either big or small. And that's the message we have to send out. So I think we should all count our blessings and enjoy the Christmas parade this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Denny. Trustee Wagner?
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Thanks. President Pro Tem Keller?
A couple things. Looking forward to Christmas of the Village. As Trustee Holmes stated, family's coming down from Midland. My daughter and her son, or my son-in-law and 2 young kids, so I'll be excited to take them down and show my grandson everything that our village has to offer, including Santa Claus. And speaking of which, I got the honor of ringing the Salvation Army bell Saturday at Family Fair from 10 to noon, and if you walked by me, you probably didn't know who I was because I wasn't looking the same, but I just blew me away, the generosity of the residents of this village when they came by, and as soon as they saw the guy in the red suit and the Christmas music, they just immediately smiled. And I mean, it wasn't just change, it was $5 and $10 and $20 bills. It really blew me away. And every kid that came in got a candy cane, so they appreciated that, and just had an awesome time. So I want to thank the residents of the village. I was really heartened by the generosity.
Thank you. I don't think I'll have too much of a statement tonight. I will make a statement at our next meeting in regards to the litigation with it. And it's always difficult to hold your residents accountable, but when it's using public property for personal gain, it is totally unacceptable. And we wanted to make that fact known, and that isn't going to be accepted in this community. So with that, if there's no further comments, I'd like to adjourn the meeting and entertain a motion.
Trustee Wagner, I move to adjourn.
Trustee Fields, I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.